Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Sorry I haven't posted in a long time. Today's video is about concept to creation, a new thing I've come up with. It's a new series that I'm starting, and it's basically me taking a concept that I've made. Example, Iron Man with the Infinity Stones, called Infinity Zero Armor, making a drawing of it, and finally making an action figure. So without any further ado, let's get on to the drawing. So this is voiceover over here, and I just wanted to talk over this. So I basically do the whole Iron Man thing by doing body, changing a few poses, messing around with it, and finally settling on what I have. Now, ignoring that, the reason I haven't posted a video in a long time was because I got lazy, and I wasn't really into this stuff. I was like, should I do this? Nah, I'd do it tomorrow, and tomorrow becomes. So any small YouTuber like me watching, please, if you want to take a break, just tell the audience first, because wait, should I post another video? Nah. That's why I started doing speed drawings first and into the action figure stuff, like right now. Or else it would have been weird, really. As you can see, I'm doing the torso side, which I changed later to the back side because I want to see a clear view of what I had made the torso of in the smaller drawing. That's why I made the bigger one in a bigger version. So do the whole penny inking thing with a uniball pen if you want. I suggest you use a thin black permanent marker because if you do watercolors on this, I cannot guarantee your sketch pen or pen, whatever you use to outline your drawings with, will survive the watercoloring. If you use sketch pens, I'm okay with it. It might get a little smudged, but if you're careful enough, it'll work. As you can see, the side gun, I do not make that later. I will tell reasons in the review of the action figure. Right now we're drawing it, so draw with me. If any of you follow all this and make your own, please tell me in my comments down below. I will really appreciate that someone is, someone listens to what I do and goes through all this stuff. As you can see, I'm doing the back portion instead of the front that I drew originally, because then in the middle of the whole drawing I was like, wait a second, I can do a whole back thing with 4 mirrors, which I do later. There is the face to make it look how it's supposed to, because come on, you gotta fill the space somehow. Side, I don't really follow the side shape because it's not easy to sculpt that, so I just went up with a plain side. If you see my M ceiling later, if you skip it right now, just skip it. I don't really know. I erase all this. And then finally by doing the colors, you take a red. The thing about watercolors I really like is the more color you apply, the darker it gets. You can literally take 3 colors, literally just 3 colors. Example, I can take white, red, and blue and do such a large amount of stuff. Not even white, just ignore white. I can just take red and blue and do such a lot of stuff. I can mix them to purple. That adds a plethora of stuff, like variations of purple, light, dark, mauve, ultramarine, and all that. I can use red in multiple variations, also blue. So I suggest if you haven't gotten to watercolors, please do, because it's awesome the way that you can use them. And if you are getting into watercolors, I suggest, I suggest Camel's watercolor 18 shade cakes. They actually work quite well for a beginner. That's what I use as a beginner, and it really helps. And if you don't have a local person who can support you, check YouTube. Voiceover out. Drawing's done. Time to make the action figure. Let's begin with the M seal. M seal sculpting, putting the M seal on the wires and all that stuff. Yeah, you get it. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I'm recording this at it's 7:30 right now. Not night, but it's dark outside, so I count it as night. Sides, I haven't posted a video in a long time. Again, So I basically take the M seal, put it on the legs. I begin with the legs. Okay, read this. If you begin with the legs, you can create a proper stance of your action figure, thus making it stand up on a flat surface. That helps you to sculpt around the legs, upper legs, and the body later. This really helps, as you can see. Now, I'll not lift the action figure up until it's completely dried, or if I want to make alterations to the feet or the underside of the feet, which usually I don't. I check the sketch. It's not really accurate to the sketch because I make alterations later, and I prefer you do this too. If you are making an action figure out of a sketch, then you can make alterations. I find it better when you change up some small stuff here and there just to make it look a little better in the final product. And to all those people who make their own action figures, hello. So I'm going to go on to the torso, which was not that easy, as you can see, because sculpting the torso is a huge pain sometimes. Seriously, let's do the back, abdomen, lower torso, upper torso. Then you have the neck, the face. The face depends. If you're making an easy action figure with a plain face, example Spider-Man, who doesn't have a lot unless you're carving in the webs, in which I clap. Great. If you're making, something complicated like Aquaman's face, then wow, you can sculpt beards. Great. As you can see here, I have flailed the arms out and then put them in. Why I've done that is to make the M seal used to the rotation, thus allowing it to, once dry, able to move out and in. It also seems quite cool, Then I had the forward back boosters, which is not that easy, if I may say so myself. Now it's quite easy. You just need to roll up balls, flatten them out, stick them in the back. Then I use a piece of tape, a tape roll to back. I do the other arm. Once it took me time while this took me half an hour to shoot. Once I've done the arm, I go on to the infant. I've made these reason the size of Iron Man because I didn't push that out. Why? As you can see later, after this, I actually change their position. Let me say that. Okay, so quick update. I took the 2 stones from here on the neck bones and placed them on here in the chest because that looked too much like, Black Panther. And I also did the markering on this whole guy, so added 4 thrusters on the back, some detailing all over the body. Went a little too much, a little too overboard. Might have changed it a little bit from the old design that I made, but nah, I'm okay with that. I really go for picture perfection. So now that that's done with, let's get on with the painting, shall we? Now the painting. I love this part of the video because I really took a lot of liberty with the paints, and the way I did it, I want to share it. So the way I did the paints was I took one base color, that is the red. More accurately, it's maroon, pearl, red. And then first I was doing it around the details, then I thought, nah, I just do it to the whole body as a base color, and then do the secondary colors, which is yellow, red, yellow, etc., etc., over it. That really helps, really, because the base color doesn't really wipe off once secondary colors are done. Unless your base color is very thin, then the secondary colors are decent. They wipe off after some time. Exactly wipe off. Those people who literally paints around the details, that could become a problem later because that allows for thin paint and also allows for scratching of paint quite easily if you're doing it an M seal. Anything else? I have not really tried action figures so long. Acrylic paints really don't work on those. I only adjust the camera a lot on this. Sorry, this took half an hour to film again. I have spent 2 days making this. The arm is done now. Speak like that. So I do the other arm. They all took like 5 minutes each with proper coats. Do the hand. I later cleaned up the whole thing after the video shot with paint in the like the crevices and curves which I left off. Now this thing, sort of like why the paint on the shoes and the base of the card is to allow the action figure to stick to it. I call it picking, you know, paint sticking. This really supports the action figure, and you can literally move around the whole cardboard and nothing will happen to your action figure because helpfulness of the board and the adhesiveness of the paints allow it to stick. It doesn't permanently stick, it just like comes off. It just temporarily sticks as long as you haven't pushed off or just, you know, ripped it out. Hey, it's an action figure, let's rip it out. It's ripped out now. Hey. Sorry. Now I get the yellow paint. And that's what I think at this point I realized, oh no, I have to do red paint. But then like, nah, I'll do it later. I go to the legs. The legs were a pain to paint because you see these kind of paints have the tendency to become translucent over the top paint. They don't really allow it to be clearly done. I had to do multiple coats of yellow on the legs, and I'm using pearl, lemon, yellow. I later do blue on the edges of these legs. Now go to the torso, paint Power Stone. That's the Power Stone, right? Yeah. Paint the upper arm, not the arms. At one point I remember I was like, yellow done. I realized, oh no, the face is left. Ha ha, silly me. The leg, the inner leg too, or the right leg, if you're seeing it from my perspective. If you aren't, then, well, are you seeing it? Now, finally, I washed the paintbrush and realized, oh no, I forgot to do the face. So I did the face then. Please comment down below if you like this video format of me posting and just once a week, because I'm not really getting a lot of time lately. School has started. Yay. And a lot of stuff is happening around my school. One of them being house night. I'm in a play. Again, hooray. We have practices of that. Now to the feet to make it stick again. Doesn't really work at all. I quit at this point. Then I paint the time stone. I wasn't able to open the bottle. Then I paint the Power Stone? Yeah, Power Stone. No wait, not the Power Stone. Yes, the Power Stone, I remember. Yellow is Soul Stone, purple is Power Stone, yeah. Then the... I already forgot which stone is which. Because I'm stupid. Oh yeah, also, the backdrop I have is actually my art kit, so yeah. That happened. I paint the Soul Stone. Or the Mind Stone, which one was it? Then I tried to mix the red, but I didn't really work, so I open my art kit, take out the red that I need, paint the red with that. Ta-da! Now for accents and the gunmetal. Blue is literally my favorite color because it can be done on so many surfaces, and it does not transparentize. Transparentize? Become transparent? Translucentize? I don't know. Let's be fast. Blah. To the eyes, and the reason I turn it upside down is because it helps me to paint. I can kind of see through, not through the lines, I can see like a mirror version of it once I turn it around. It's like the shapes help. And gunmetal is also one of my favorite colors because it can be done on multiple places and make them look good. Like if you see Venom, Venom is not black. He is charcoal. Yeah, he is charcoal. In the comics, he's charcoal. In the movies, sometimes it's depicted a little black, but he's never completely black. Even he's just charcoalish black. He's completely dark black. As you can see, some actors making like that. I do the back thrusters, and that's it. There's your action figure, painted and done. Now it's finally complete. Let's start with the articulation and the features. Like, first of all, I did not make the gun that I had made in the sketch because making the gun and or accessories for the arm usually ends up in scratching because you have to like make a cuff so that you can slide it in. Thus, the weapon / whatever accessory you have ends up scratching off the paint. To prevent that, you can coat the whole thing with super glue, but then the whole action figure would have to be coated unless only just one limb will be shining like weirdness. 2, make the cuff thinner so it's easier to fit, but that'll still make some scratches happen and dust will still collect even worse. So now that's over with. Let's get on to the action figure's posability. Arms extend out this much, basically 90 degrees. The elbows can bend in properly. Legs go out that far and back that far. The knees also have a joint which go quite in, and I'm quite proud of that. And the best thing is, this guy's something really not a lot of my action figures have. Foot articulation. Yeah, you can actually, bend his feet to some limit. Because, come on, Iron Man's gotta fly. Head goes side to side, up, down, and that's basically it. That's the whole action figure in a nutshell. I mean, you can pull off some poses, Example, here's a battery. Now he's sitting on it. Now he's thinking, I guess. That doesn't really work. I can't still make the ab crunch because that basically breaks the MCU. So, warning for the figure: if you have made one, great, you follow the steps, awesome. And another thing is that the wires, if you have made a skeleton that is double reinforced with wires, meaning having 2 layers of wires, it will break at some point if you play too much with it. If you've single reinforced it, not a good choice. It will break. If you tripled it, then I have no idea. I've never done that. So that's it for the, DIY thing. Thank you for watching. Sorry I haven't posted for a long time. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye-bye. Also subscribe, please.